So I've been on the phone over an hour trying to hold my mouth away from my other phone that I'm listening. So, that's Direct Express. I'm trying to hold my mouth away from the phone because they have a hacker. Thank you, ma'am.
Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes.
I've been waiting over an hour, and they said the claim's denied. One hour and 2 minutes and 35 seconds. It is 10:42. I'll do a print screen at a time. I no longer hear no music. Don't even know if she disconnected it. Yeah, she disconnected. You heard it. Ding, ding. She hung up on me. So we'll just call right back. Not breaking me. It ain't happening.
For calling Direct Express. Enter the last four digits of your card number.
I'm already doing way better than y'all. Listen.
Your balance is $0.
I don't have to steal someone's invention, I do.
In the amount of $745.50.
And try to set up murder to innocent people.
Posted on December 31st, 2025.
It ain't matter about being innocent. You ain't allowed to murder.
$725 was posted on December 1st, 2025.
They've been stalking and trying to hurt us for years. There's something down with this hacker listening in and everything. My wife's sitting over here schizophrenia PTSD. They could try to hurt her. They could even wipe out my phone later and just pretend and act like this was never said and hurt her. Just like we're gonna.
Press 1. To change your PIN, press 2. To report a lost, stolen, or damaged card, press 3. For deposit questions, press 4. For transaction questions or to dispute a transaction, press 5. To follow up on a previously disputed transaction, press 6. Please enter a service request number followed by the pound sign. Your service request number can be found at the top of any dispute or fraud form and is indicated by the label SR number. Your call is important, and we want to ensure that you're being transferred to the correct department. Please listen closely to all options before making your choice. To discuss or check status on a pending dispute, press 1. If you were recently notified of the outcome of a dispute and want to discuss it, press 2. To repeat this information, please hold while you are transferred.
Notice I predicted she'd hang up when she did. It's a doot doot. That means she hung up. You can hear the beeping noise. I did not hang up. I'd been on the phone over an hour. Here we go.
Thank you for contacting Direct Express Debit Card Services. This is Cheyenne. How may I help you?
Hello, Miss Cheyenne. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You sound like a reasonably intelligent person with a life, unlike some of the others I've encountered. I don't know, just I'm a quick read of character, I guess, sometimes. I have been wrong, but anyways, I'm hanging in here. I'm not going to be broke. I'm very strong, you know, strong-minded. I grew up in the 90s and all, and just I'm not a snowflake, you know what I mean? So listen, hon, I filed a dispute because, so I called y'all, and I noticed, well, we was pretty much broke. And I spoke to a woman. She told me, she said, well, yeah, like 300 was taken out of by TMU. I don't agree. I don't believe that in the first place. Now, what happened to the funds, I don't know. But anyways, I do know money's missing. So we had approved $186 for a purchase. Yeah, I'm my wife's payee. My name's Aaron Key. I'll give you any of that information you need. But after that, there was nothing approved. Okay, so my wife's laying over here beside me sleeping. Sorry, I'm not in a quiet environment. Everything, I'm doing my best. But so what happened was, I go to spend some money one day, and there's over well, I just noticed it broke. It wouldn't even let me do like $50. I said, well, something's wrong here. Am I doing the pen wrong? Did I forget my own pen? I'm just trying to think, because you know, stress can do that to anybody. I'm not saying I don't get a little stressed. I do a lot of Middle Tennessee police corruption, Cheyenne. But what happened was, so I called, and she says, well, what it was, TMU, she says they took out, and she said it comes to about, I think she said about 300, but it's a little over 300 is what it would have been. So, because I remember it was 500 and something before the transaction that I approved. You know, my wife's like, can I get some stuff off TMU? I said, yeah, of course, I support that. That's a good thing. You need clothes, sure. As long as it's nothing bad, right? So anyway, girls just want to have fun. Let her shop, right? But anyways, after that, you still with me?
I'm here.
So after that, Miss Cheyenne, we was told that, and then the woman's like, oh, well, what I recommend, I said, I'm thinking to myself, I don't believe that TMU would have done that. You know, I mean, that's kind of like the U.S. thing. Oh, China spying on us with a balloon. I think there's something, you know, to divert what happened January 6th. I think there's something more going on. I believe law enforcement had something to do with it. It's what I believe. That's just what, and I'm entitled to my own belief. Of course, not against you. I mean, I'm talking because there's court of line or whatever. You've been nothing but nice and with me so far. But, so she said, well, what I recommend, she said, she said, this is actually quite often common. She said, don't link your card to it. Use like a loadable card, a reloadable card. And I've known people, because, you know, like I said, I don't just take anything I hear. I'm not a coward. I stand up for stand up for certain things. And, you know, I've known people that shop with TMU religiously, so to speak, and they've never had any money taken, you know, for no reason. I can't say a business just robbing people. I mean, that's kind of like pretty, a little bit depraved or something, or cringy that somebody would try to make me believe that. It makes me wonder kind of, you know, what kind of person they are. You know what I mean? Like, why tell me that? But anyways, I'm not trying to put you on the middle of it, you know what I mean? But, so I just had filed this dispute, or whatever you want to call it, and I've got, you know, the paperwork, and just a bunch of baloney's all it was anyway. Like, this money should have never been taken. Then it's just a bunch of people don't have a life attacking me. I've had a lot of trouble with Direct Express in the past, ma'am. It was, you know, stuff like them not letting us use our card at all, and I had to go do a cash advance just to get our money off to pay our rent. So, you know, but it's other things. It's, you know, our food stamps just got cut off. I went to jail for like 20-something days. Wasn't even in 30 days. Food stamps got cut off. Like, how would they even know? And plus, I didn't even meet that criteria to be cut off. And when I called back, she even said, oh, well, you know, you was in jail. Well, you know, okay. Well, they don't cut you off for being in 20-something days. But anyways, you know, but when Middle Tennessee police corrupt, when they're involved and they call people and just make up lies and offer them money, who knows what's going on? People will do things. They'll turn tricks, you know what I mean? I don't like the police, not a fan of them. I shot at one when I was 17 and went to prison. I don't like them at all. I hate them, in fact. Tennessee police, that is. But I met a couple decent ones, and I'm probably too good for my own well-being. I've even tried to take care of them, and I know some of them probably want to do the right thing, but they're scared of the other ones, the oppression. But it's like, you're still out here pushing laws on people that you're not following yourself. I got a problem with that. You're taking my tax dollars to do it. So, I mean, it's like you go out here and smack a grizzly bear, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. I'm starting to grow a very low tolerance to stupidity. For one, me and my wife's been attacked for years. I put a lawsuit on the Middle Tennessee police and everything, Cheyenne. But I've got this paper, and I called. Yeah, like when I got the paper, it said, oh, $125. So, like, how'd we go from 300? And, of course, not attacking you. You've been sweet. But from there, how do we go from 300 to 125? Okay, So anyways, but it's a pattern. That's what the police do. My wife's in the hospital. They have people give her bad medicine and stuff. I've even developed a term for it I call sifting. They pretend they're warning people about me because she's married to me, and oh, he's this, he's that. They're really trying to see who they can get on board, to try to hurt us, to clear themselves. To do some dirty work for them, and hopefully the TBI can keep this big, great reputation they don't have anyway. They've been all over News Channel 5. But, yeah, so I called a while ago, waited over an hour, and they told me it's been denied, and the woman acted real nervous on the phone, had me jittery and everything. I just didn't get good vibes, like she had been already coerced something about me. Don't know what it is, don't care. Because, I don't like being demonized, for one. Don't really care. I mean, I don't care about being demonized. I put them in a category with haters, you know what I mean? I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm actually well ahead of a lot of people. I'm not stealing invention ideals from somebody on Social Security like the police in Tennessee. Well, there's smoke, there's fire, there's obviously something going on, right? If you're trying to murder two people, me and my wife, I'm talking about the police,
Well,
but
I'd be more than happy to take a look at your profile. Can I have your Social Security number if I can pull it up?
you can, dear. It's 413-633608. How's your day going?
154?
No, hon. It's 413. I'm sorry, it's a little difficult to hear on my phone sometimes. That is, it's 413-633608. It's a little difficult for the receiving end to hear, like the other party, to hear conversations. I've been told.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's probably just their headset. But 413-60 or 16?
63. You got the first three right. It's
63.
413-633608. Yes, ma'am.
Can I verify your full name one more time for me, please?
Certainly. It's and you're very professional, by the way. It's Aaron Stephen Key. I'm being hacked too, so I'll let you know we're being listened in on. I'm not being tapped because that requires a legit investigation. I'm not. It's just I'm dealing with criminal police. Honestly, they've been on News Channel 5 for police and for profit and everything. They stole an invention ideal from me, and so kind of watch your back even after this call. They could try to do something to you for knowing too much. But like I said, I've got to somehow take care of me and my wife. Our money's being stolen, everything. Cheyenne, like I said, we know where they're going when they die. I'm a little bit of a Satanist and everything, but I treat people right.
Your date of birth for me?
It is 1/15/1986.
Give me a second. Okay, so yes, I can see where it was denied. Did you want me to get you back over to close dispute?
Oh, no, certainly not. I waited over an hour. She hung up on me. Like I said, she waited, told me it was denied. There's no reason for it to be denied. There was no reason me have to do a cash advance here a while back, Cheyenne, because they would not let me use my card deliberately. There was nothing wrong with the card. Like I said, they didn't even let me take out a little bit. And I knew, and it was already other things going on. The police attacking me through other people, like different things that they were trying to just let me know. We're doing everything. See, like the CNN whistleblower thing, they threatened to crush them agents' families and everything. They said, well, if you try to expose the FBI will crush you. The government will crush you. They'll go after your family. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to crush me. But I just they're cockroaches to me though. So good luck with that, right? I don't worry about them no more. Taking a drink of water. Well, hang up if you like to. There you go. I thought you hung up. Sorry, I have a call coming in. I don't know who this is. You still with me, Cheyenne? I thought you hung up. It was a beeping noise. See, I literally thought you hung up. It was I guess it was a Lebanon number. I had, like I said, the previous person just hung up. And I was already expecting them to hang up. I said if they don't, they act like they dropped the call or just whatever, after me been waiting a damn hour, you know what I mean? But I ain't worried about it. I'm used to it. I've done 6 years in prison. God bred me for this. I mean, I'm like the perfect breed to handle these Middle Tennessee police. And I've been doing it for years, and that includes the FBI and all of them. I'm on to them, and I'm coming like a chariot of horses. There's no stopping me. So anyways, but I don't know what the next thing is. Like, there's no reason, that this money should have even been taken. There's no reason that I should have then, that they even mentioned Temu overtook $300 something. We did not make that transaction, Cheyenne. We approved 186. So, like I said, Comerica, I've had problems with this bank in the past anyway. I had to, I could have just pulled the money out at midnight, if the police are just alleging some bullshit or whatever, sorry, curse, but, I'm on disability as my wife is. We're on disability, and to be done this way by a bank, that's incompetent. It's Southern, just garbage. It's, that's like, what is that? There's no integrity, no morals, no anything, no character. Like, why would they do somebody that way? Like, I mean, that.
When you file a dispute, there's an investigation that gets done that occurs between the bank, you, of course, and the merchant. So they're able to, look at your IP address, see where the transaction actually occurred from. They can see what phone, what device was used.
Right.
They can see if this is actually a merchant that you've used before. They're able to work with the merchant as well. The merchant's able to provide that same information, too. Where did this transaction take place? What device did it take place? What items were selected? So they're not just picking one side. We're not speaking with your local law enforcement to be vindictive or anything like that. There's an actual investigation that takes place.
Well, I mean, nothing against you, but I don't know what law enforcement's got to even. They're criminal pedophiles to me, so they have nothing to do with anything. I try to stay away from them much as I can, unless I'm filming them or just whatever, just all filming them and just doing stories. I could care less about them. They bow to me, or by God, it's we reap what we sow. Like I said, I'm not worried about them at all. They're not even a factor. But like I said, I know that we did not approve anything again after the 186. So I don't know what's on that other end. Like I said, the woman even told me, Temu, she said they took out. I'm not going to spend her last damn money. I mean, I'm my wife's payee. She smokes cigarettes. We need things. We need things through the month. I'm not going to spend $300 on Temu. So, and you can tell by speaking to him, I'm an intelligent person. I know you're probably not over the disputes. So to whatever, but yeah, I'm not, I mean, that's just not how it's supposed to go. Again, my wife's paid. She smokes cigarettes. She drinks coffee. Certain things I keep money apart from her. I don't go home and beat up my wife like the police because the tuna fish salad ain't cold. I try to take good care of her. We've been married over 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm not a Middle Tennessee scrub police that steals money and sells drugs. They were selling drugs in my town. The police were fully 100% involved in it. I guess it generates revenue for the town. The court fines and the probation fees and the things like that. But yeah, so it's like at this point I want to make a complaint. And nothing against you, hon. You've been incredible. I mean that. I like you as a person. But I've recorded this call. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube. Like I said, I think I may even pay to promote the video one day. Nothing against you. You've done your job. You've been perfect. But I'm just, I just refuse to. It's just that Southern garbage. The South's not what it projects itself. You peel a few layers off people, you'll see what they really are. They love to talk about Yankees or someone else. Well, at least Yankees, loud and rude. And they're just rude. At least they don't try to cover it up, and kiss corrupt Tennessee, police, as you know what, around here. And maybe because they don't want them. Have some heart, have a backbone, some guts, some honor. You know what I mean? Stand up to the police. That's what I believe in. You know what I mean? My mother used to stand up to the police, but I mean, not everybody's got our heart. I'm cut from a different tree. I was 17-year-old and shot one of them off the road. That same cop ends up going to prison for longer than me for molesting his own daughter. His name's Darrell Ford, Commonwealth in Kentucky versus Darrell Ford, happening in Kentucky. He molested his own daughter. This report said victim being on 11 years age, so I'm not a fan of them. Don't have to be. It's America, you know what I mean? But I talk the same way to them when I'm on the phone with them. I'm like, I grew up in the 90s, 7-Eleven, y'all jumping on one man after pepper spray, and he was whooping all y'all. I said, I'm not afraid of y'all at all. But anyways, so like, how could I make a complaint at this point? Because they've took some of my time up. I feel, I couldn't even say sexually harassed. It's cringy to me. I mean, I'm a singer. I'm actually, I got a modeling offer. They want me to be a model. I'm somebody.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Mr. Key, since you didn't state to us that the call is recorded, I cannot continue the call at this time. I must have to release the call.
Well, this is not a two-party state.
Your recording device has been disabled.
Oh, this is not a two-party state. Just letting you know. I don't know what you're talking about, a recording device being, yeah. Hey, motherfucker. Scary because it's being recorded. Somebody being disabled. Why are you worried about me recording you? See there? Turn this off where the hacker can't hear. She was fucking worried about me recording them, okay? There you go. That's Direct Express. I'm going to screenshot it and put it with the fucking video. She's worried we're at 20 minutes on these talk because that's going to take a lot of gigabytes. But she was worried about me recording. You hearing this shit? And she hung up. I'm not making this shit up. I could not make all that up. I got the fucking paper in my hand. The supervisor, he even said like 300, but you tell he's acting like he's stupid. The first woman, at least she seen how much money was taken and everything, over $300. But it's just shit like that. Our food stamps getting cut off when I wasn't even locked up 30 days. You know, they're just doing things like the FBI that, you know, if you try to expose the FBI will crush you. The government will crush you. They go after your family. They're trying that shit with me. But anyways, I'm going to end this where I can, stepped on something, where I can send this over and make a video out and put it on YouTube. Let me tie it in there, motherfucker.
10. To hear additional deposit information, press 1. For the main menu, press star. To repeat your balance, press 1. To change your PIN, press 2. To report a lost, stolen, or damaged card, press 3. For deposit questions,
I'm using your phone to record this.
For transaction questions or to dispute a transaction, press 5. To follow up on a previously disputed transaction, press 6. To lock your card, press 7. For all other customer service questions, press 8.
I'm going to press 8.
To ensure we route
First
your
one hung
call
up on me and the second one hung up because I'm recording it.
closely
There you go.
All options before making your choice.
Tennessee, the South. Yeah, there you go.
Press 1. To transfer funds to your bank, press 2. For low balance alert, press 3. To request a paper statement, press 4. For the mobile app, press 5. For web support, press 6. For Apple Pay or Google Pay support, press 7. For all other customer service questions, press 8. For the main menu, please hold while you are transferred.
Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. Announcing the new version of the Direct Express mobile app. Upgrade to the new version to take advantage of enhanced security features and self-service functions. Important, you will need to register your card again in a new app. Why wait for a customer service representative? Did you know that you can perform many common account service functions without having to wait by using the Direct Express mobile app? You can check your available funds, recent deposits and spending, set or change your PIN, and sign for monthly statements. With more exciting capabilities to come, be sure to download or upgrade the mobile app today to manage your Direct Express account, all from the convenience of your phone. Remember to protect your card and personal information. Direct Express will never contact you by phone, email, or text message to ask you for your card number, PIN, or security code. If you have responded to any communications asking you to provide any card or personal information, please inform Direct Express customer service immediately.
Thank you for calling Direct Express Debit Card Services. This is April. How can I help you?
Well, I'm not sure you can, April. So far, let's see here. I was hung up on after waiting an hour, which I expected to happen. Actually, I already expected that to happen because Middle Tennessee police are calling y'all down there. And that's I'm not going to say that y'all are responsible for taking my money. Direct Express, I won't put you in that category. Not a narcissist like Tennessee police or a supporter like some of them others down there, right? But anyways, I use critical thinking and have a life and all that stuff. Integrity, a thing called character and morals. But yeah, I was hung up on after waiting over an hour, and then I speak to a woman, and anyway, I'll just say I've not, gotten my problem resolved yet. Or say y'all's problem. Y'all's problem is not my problem. Direct Express's problem is not my problem, by God. How about that? That like their drama, it ain't my problem. I don't let people create me a problem. I don't have no fucking problems. I'm free.
Okay, so what is it that you're trying to get done today?
Well, so I had money stolen. First off, I shot at a police officer. I got out of prison. He molested his own daughter under 11 years of age, done more time in prison than me. And that's just facts. And somebody like, oh, well, but that needs to be said because they're corrupt. They was on CNN threatening their own agents, the whistleblower thing, you know. You try to expose the FBI will crush you, the government will crush you, they'll go after your families. Well, see, I even put a federal civil lawsuit on them, and they are trying to come after me. They're telling lies to people and everything else, manipulating their power. And these people go right along with them, of course. A lot of people just garbage, you know. And that's what they are. Pasty, but just garbage. You know, so what do? They go right along with them. Whether they're being offered money, I don't care. That's cringy to me, you know. It makes me wonder what's on their computer at home. Some of them, maybe they got child porn on their computer, you know what I mean? And they thinking they suck up to some criminal, you know, Tennessee police that, you know, they'll get some goodie points or something. They have no life like me, yeah. But anyways, nothing against you. Actually, African-American people tend to have a ton of integrity compared to some of these other spineless people I meet in the South here. It ain't all it's amped up to be, by God, in the South. But anyways, peel a few layers off, you'll see what they are, you know what I mean? They talk about the Yankees. Well, at least the Yankees are loud. They might be rude and loud, but they tell it like it is, and they don't hold it inside hypocrites like the South, you know. But no, we had like over $300 stolen from us, my wife. I was about to get into
Do you have a dispute right now that you're trying to check on?
When I was told it was denied for no reason, like I said, the woman even told me, she said, yeah, over $300 was taken by TMU. I told her we approved $186. And, you know, and I mean, I'm not sure if Direct Express is aware of it. They've never in my life, I mean, y'all got some real clowns working down there, because in the past, I had to do a cash advance just to get our money out because they would not even let us use our card. And there was nothing wrong with the card because the chip, it would work some, but like when I tried to cash out myself money or something, you know, for a certain thing, just trying to pull it off that card because I was trying to use the card, it wouldn't let me. But it would let me, you know, like buy some small things. I remember it was funny, it must just let me buy beer with the chip in there, you know, the card. There was nothing wrong with the card like that. It was letting me use it. But anyways, the card was not damaged. But then so then I ended up having to do a cash advance with a bank. And just to get our rent paid. So we've had trouble with Direct Express, Comerica, if you will. I remember they was on the news. There was a big problem with them too. And, you know, so like I said, they don't have much integrity as a bank, you know. But anyways.
Okay. I'll be happy to go ahead and assist you today. Can I get your Social Security number to search for your account, please?
It's 413-633608. You might need to listen to me, hon, if you're going to assist me some, though. All that talking, you know, like, you know, I mean, are you, you know, did you hear what I said? I have integrity, and I'm trying to explain the situation, and you just hop right over it like you're defending them down there, trying to cover up for them.
Access your account. I have to access every account.
Well, I'm aware of that, yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that, hon. 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? You're going to have the information, but I will still explain. You cut me off mid-sentence there. But go ahead, I guess. Yeah.
413-6336.
08, correct.
08.
413-633608. And sorry, they've moved some people in here where we're living. Me and my wife, we was run out of our old home. We're on Social Security, can't find nothing to rent because it takes first month's deposit, first month's rent. I'm trying to talk quick because this is off the charts, like off the subject a little bit of dealing with y'all, but I'm saying from y'all's end. But it's America at the same sense. You have a problem, especially like something this suspicious. Like there's no reason why money should have been took off our card in the first place. Y'all are supposed to be a bank. Comerica, I ain't gonna say you. You know what I mean? Comerica, you know, should I mean, you know, but I can't. They probably didn't have a mama. She spent time in a bar or something. You know, whoever was over this, she probably stayed in a bar while they stayed at home, and you know what I mean. Probably had a bar whore for a mother. Sorry, and I won't use I'll refrain from using any more vulgar talk, but you know, I'm upset. You know, I'm disabled. I was declared disabled.
What is your first, last name, and date of birth?
Aaron Key, 11586.
Okay, thank you, Key.
You're welcome.
What was the date and the amount?
It was over $300. I don't remember the exact amount or date. I'm sorry. Nothing against you, but it's absurd they would ask me that. You know, I don't have access to that. I mean, you know, the more proper way to say, do you have? I mean, I can understand just a general neighborly question like, do you know? I don't have the app on my phone, that Direct Express app. I think it wanted an old email or something.
Investigation?
I did. I've got the number and all. Like I said, it was over $300. The woman even said Team U took it, and she said that it's common. She said, I recommend do not even link your regular card to it. Use a reloadable card. So she even acknowledged it was stolen. And then later on, I talked to somebody and, a supervisor and all this because just kind of just the way it was all going. It's just weird. And then, or for some reason, I've got other things going on too. Like I said, I have a life to keep up with just this. I'm not working for Direct Express trying to conspire with corrupt Tennessee police. It's been over News Channel 5. You know what I mean? I got a life. Anyways.
And what's the service request number?
Yep. But then they try to say it was $150. That's what this paper said. So anyway, I'm looking it up right now. I'm always gonna be out. I've done 6 years in prison. I got patience. I got integrity. It's a 1907 418 0473. Now you're gonna go ahead and tell me it was denied. I guess you're gonna play like you don't, play ignorant, like you don't understand.
Yeah, so I am going to have to get you transferred to another department.
No, I don't. No. If you'll listen to me, I'm wanting to do a complaint, ma'am. I don't want to be transferred through to them. I waited. I was hung up on. I waited an hour. If I can talk a minute, ma'am. I waited over an hour to be hung up on. Do you hear what I'm saying? I told you I was already expecting. My wife's laying beside me here. I ain't trying to disturb her. She's still sleeping a little bit, but I waited, like I said, there's already a pattern of Direct Express doing this. Like I said, this is a terrible bank. Maybe some of them's upset because they have to work and other people are drawing Social Security. They're that miserable and underachievers that they're hating on people drawing Social. I don't know, and like I said, I don't care. Their drama is not my drama. Their problems are not my problems. They create this problem. This story's going up on YouTube. I'm actually recording this phone call so y'all can just whatever, play dumb down there. But there is, there's consequences in life to things we do. And like I said, I'll put it up on. I'll just do that if nothing else. Like I said, and then keep the little $300 and be fucking petty. The police stole a multi-million-dollar invention idea from me. So, like I said, they're down there working for fucking peanuts down there at Comerica. You know what I mean? I'm somebody, by God. You know what I mean? So I mean, they don't need to try to make me feel some type of way or shame me.
Did you want to talk with a supervisor concerning that complaint?
I suppose that would work. Like I said,
that's the only way to make. I can't take a complaint, but
no, yeah, I understand. Now we're down to earth. Like I said, it's just I'm just the insanity. It's so absurd. That's why I'm offended. They'll just transfer. No. I know how this works. I'm 40-year-old. I'm not some little kid, or I'm not something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sick in my mind like the police. I'm not a pedophile. Just think, you can try to murder these two people in front of everybody. Technology, Facebook, and everything's putting on Facebook. That desperate, there ain't gonna be whatever, because there's no DA office and all. Let's just murder these two people. We got a big hit right here. We didn't just pull over somebody, take $20,000 from them. We stole his invention idea. You know what I mean? Thank you, hon. You've been very nice, and may God bless and keep you. I said I tend to respect African American people more because I think they've been through it and they understand what it's like. Like I said, and they have a great deal of integrity often, or at least that's what what they manifest integrity when we're speaking. They exert it, and I pick up on it.
So, Mr. G, I'm going to have to get you over to a supervisor to further.
How long do you expect that to take?
Today.
Yes, and I'm sorry you had to hear all this. I deal with these domestic terrorist police that our tax dollars go to fund. You know what I mean? How long would you expect this to wait? I mean, because my time's valuable. You know what I mean? I'm very much somebody. Like I said, them stealing an invention idea from me. That shows you how important I am. I'm somebody. But yeah, I'll just wait on. I'll stand by then. Oh, I know I am. I'm good looking and everything. I got a model offer the other day. They want me to be a model in Nashville and everything. Yep. Not a reptile like them. Go Donald Trump. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm just letting them know I'm getting you over there.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for calling Direct Express, debit card services, and have a blessed day.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you for calling the Supervisor's Assistance Team. My name is Anna, and I will be taking over this call for the previous agent. What type of benefits do you receive on the account?
Social Security. I mean, I'm disabled. Makes it more of an injustice, Anna. Yeah, to back up corrupt police when somebody's disabled. This whole thing's absurd, and I've documented it all. Yeah, I've recorded calls and everything. You might try to hang up on me after that, because the other one, every one of the other ones got scared. Oh, if you're recording, I'm hanging up. Well, why are you hang up? It's not a two-party state here in Tennessee, at least. And I don't care regardless. This is investigation. Money was stolen from us. I've received nothing but lies from y'all. From Comerica, I ain't going to put you in. I'm going to be respectful and professional. Unlike I've been met with by the people that work for Comerica. You see, I was with y'all some time back. I've been on Social Security for years. And it was the same type stuff. We couldn't get our money off. Had to do a cash advance from a bank, which I thought up because I'm intelligent. I said, I'll just go cash advance and get the money out. Like I said, there's more one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? But just had a lot of problems with Comerica. They seem to just I don't know what it is. Don't care. We're just the South. We're all kind of victims of the system and the police corruption in a way. Not everybody's a victim of the system because they don't always get tied up in court things and all, but the South's very corrupt, and I've had, the police have had a lot of problems with me, I put it that way. Their drama's not my drama. I'm not worried about them. We reap what we sow. If I go over and peek in somebody's window, then that's going to come back on me, you know what I mean? I don't even think that way. But you know what I mean? I can tell I'm being stalked by them. Like this woman said, I just had a feeling I was being watched. Turns out a peeping Tom was watching her. We have a sixth sense, and and my wife's sitting here sleeping. I'm trying not to bother her. That's why I'm a little bit. And there's just a bunch of weirdness going on. Where we're living, the police have moved these two people, and my wife's on misdemeanor probation. They're trying to get her to smoke weed and stuff. This guy huffs air duster. Just the worst people. It's not informants. They're just moving pieces of crap in here, just trying to, get us in trouble. And that's what the police are doing. They're trying to just cause us as much trouble as they can. They stole an invention idea from me, and different things like that. But yeah, it was $300 and something stolen. From TMU. I spoke to one woman. She even told me, she said, well, it's like 300 and something. We did approve the 186. I forgot the exact figure. She said 186. I said, yes, I did approve that from TMU. After that, the money none of it was approved. So, I speak to somebody. They said, it was the one lady. She sounded kind of young, like you had to, she African or a Caucasian woman. I'm sorry. A little bit upset. And I don't like to get worked up like this. I have a life, but I got the heart too, if I need to be, and the intelligence. I've not got the FBI and everybody just involved, and then police trying to set me up in front of everybody, hurt me, my wife, by God, and multiple witnesses. That shows you how desperate they are to get me because they know I'm coming. They know what they've done, the corruption, and they know that I know, and I'm intelligent and I'm strong and I'm not backing down. But so the lady, she said $300 was taken. She said after the one, she said, was it 186? I said, yeah. And then she told me, ma'am, she said, well, it's like $300. She said, what I recommend is don't even link your new card. So they sent me a new card. They even sent me a replacement card. I'm remembering that now because they said that something had happened. She said, I'm sending you a replacement. She said, we're going to just shut that card down since your number's given out. I don't believe TMU stole it in the first place. I think that Comerica is covering up something for corrupt police. That's what I believe. I would like the details of this investigation, for one. That's not even been disclosed to me yet. And I've been recording these phone calls all morning. I literally have. So anyways, she told me that 300 something. She said, I don't recommend using your own card. She said, use a reloadable card. You got everything so far, ma'am? And I'm sorry to put you in the middle of this. I told the lady, I'm sorry, whether you're kin to the police or not. I don't care, because like I said, I don't know who anybody is. But like I said, I'm more American than that. I don't like to, even police's family, their daughters, while they turn up growing Gothic and everything else, because they don't get no love at home. You know what I mean? Their father's married to the badge. That's all he thinks about. That's all he could do in life. Yeah, hang up on me. I'll call fucking right back. Guess I offended you, didn't I? You heard it beep, she fucking hung up on me. So we'll call him right back. They know people's disabled, even if I was just somebody around. I didn't curse her, I didn't threaten her or nothing. So to fucking hang up on me, how do you explain that? We'll call the motherfuckers right back. I ain't got nothing but time.
Calling Direct Express. Enter the last 4 digits of your card number.
Nothing but goddamn time.
We did not receive...
Give me time, motherfucker. Again.
Enter your 4-digit PIN. Your balance is $0. An SSI deposit in the amount of $745.50 was posted on...
She hung up because she knows I'm telling the truth and she ain't gonna do nothing to help me. You confront a piece of shit criminal, and that's what they don't care. They wear a badge. Fucking DA office is all corrupt down here. Attorney General office. My wife later. They built an empire of corruption in Tennessee. They don't want no good officials in. Why the fuck everybody else saying Tennessee's corrupt? Because it is.
2025. To hear additional deposit information, press 1. For the main menu, press star. To repeat your balance, press 1. Please enter a service request number followed by the pound sign. Your service request number can be found at the top of any dispute or fraud form and is indicated by the label SR number.
I don't know it.
We did not receive your entry. Try again. Please enter a service request number followed by the pound sign. Your service request number can be found at the top of any dispute or fraud form and is indicated by the label SR number. We did not receive your entry. Try again. Please enter a service request number followed by the pound sign. Your service request number
For the record, people, I've misplaced the fucking paper.
Fraud form and is indicated by the label SR number.
I just had the goddamn paper.
You've reached the maximum number of attempts. Call back later to try again.
Oh, fuck.